Hi, I'm Dr. John DeMartini, and you are listening to Empowered Living.
Hi, this is Byron Katie.
Hi, this is Greg Braden.
Hi, this is Mark Hope.
Hi, this is Dr. Manu Barmick.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Pat Basili, the host of the Dr. Pat Show.
Hi, this is Dr. John Gray, author of Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus.
Hi, this is Joan Borisenko. I'm author of Your Soul's Compass.
Hi, this is Dr. Richard Moss, author of The Mandala of Being.
This is Tom Miguel Ruiz, author of The Four Agreements.
Hi, this is Stephen Mitchell.
Hi, this is Dan Millman, author of Way of the Peaceful Warrior.
Hi, this is James Redfield, author of The Celestine Prophecy. You've tuned in to a radio show that can truly change your life. It's time to break free from the prison of your negative thoughts and release your greatest self. You're listening to Empowered Living with Steve Maraboli.
A Better Today welcomes you to Empowered Living, Life, the Truth, and Being Free with host, speaker, writer, and personal coach Steve Maraboli. In the next hour, Steve and his expert guests take you on a quest for truth and highlight philosophies and strategies that help you release to your greatest self. It's time to focus on your potential instead of your limitations. Here's your host, Steve Maraboli.
Hey, welcome to Empowered Living, Life, the Truth, and Being Free. I'm your host, Steve Maraboli. As always, you're welcome to participate. Our AOL screen name is ABT Radio Show. That's the best way to participate with this show. We are constantly monitoring the show, so it's one word, ABT Radio Show. I want to say hello to the A Better Today community. You know, you guys are doing such good work out there. From when we were down at New Orleans and we helped 3,000 families to participating with this show all across the globe. We are the number one internet talk radio show in the country, and we started a little over a year ago, and we just keep getting amazing guests, amazing subjects, and we have the best fan base out there. So thank you so much, A Better Today community, for spreading the word about this show. As you know, this show is available through iTunes, so feel free to pass it around, tell your friends. It's about building this community of people. Steel sharpens steel. And I truly believe either we go up together or we go down together. So let's keep up the good work. I want to get to the show. It's only an hour-long show, and we have one of my favorite guests coming back on the show. Neale DOnald Walsch will be with us shortly to talk about his new book, Happier Than God, Turn Ordinary Life into an Extraordinary Experience. I want to say hello to all the people that I met out in Las Vegas at the air base and the people in North Carolina who were wanting to see my show. Thank everybody so much for participating in this beautiful experience and really helping each other just reach and release our greatest self. There's so many great things happening in our world right now, and we're really starting to come together, and we have some great teachers out there and some great people really helping us see and align with what we needed to be aligned with all along. Neale DOnald Walsch is one of them. He's an internationally best-selling author of Conversations with God and Modern-Day Spiritual Messenger, whose words continue to touch the world in profound ways. His With God series of books have been translated into 37 languages, touching millions of lives across the globe and inspiring people to make important changes in their day-to-day lives. In addition to authoring the renowned With God series, Neale has published 16 other works as well as a number of video and audio programs. His work has taken him from the steps of Machu Picchu in Peru to the steps of Shinto shrines of Japan, from Red Square in Moscow to St. Peter's Square in Vatican City to Tiananmen Square in China. And everywhere he has gone, Neale has found a hunger among the people to find a new way to live. And he's here with us today again to speak about his new book, Happier Than God, and to bring people a new understanding of life and of God, which allow them to experience that. He's been on the show a couple times before. They've been great. I'm honored to have him back on. Neale DOnald Walsch, welcome to the program.
Well, thank you. It's very nice to be here. What a lovely introduction.
I really appreciate having you on. You know, your new book, Happier Than God, Turn Ordinary Life into Extraordinary Experiences, really you expand on the theme by exploring how ordinary people can work in direct collaboration with God to transform their everyday lives into extraordinary experiences, something that I was just talking about in the last hour. I absolutely love that, and I want to take as much time as possible for you to explain this to our audience today.
Well, thank you. You know, it's been my experience that most people are not real clear that life was meant to be happy, and I can understand why they wouldn't be. I was talking to an audience just yesterday in Santa Cruz, California, and I asked asked my audience, how many of you really believe that life was meant to be happy? And a number of people raised their hands and said they did not think that. They actually thought that life was supposed to be a test, or it's about meeting the challenge, it's about personal growth, which is not a very happy experience much of the time, et cetera, et cetera. And I was kind of surprised, although not really, because I do see what people think about this. People imagine that God is a taskmaster, kind of a schoolmaster, if you please, and that we have to somehow pass the test or we don't get to go to the next grade or return home to God. And this is an idea that's pretty prevalent around the world today, so that people are not really thinking in terms of life of being, or at least intending to be happy. They try to make it happy as best they can, but they're not clear that there's not really that much work that has to be done if we simply understand the purpose and the reason for all of life and understand who we really are. So I was chatting with the audience yesterday, and I write about this in the book, Happier Than God. And I was saying to people, what is the problem then? If life was really intended to be happy, why is it so unhappy for so many people? Why is there so much sadness, so much confusion? Why is there so much oppression and so much suffering in the world? What's going on? And the answer to me has become real clear through the years as I've looked at my own situation and the circumstances that I see all around me in life. And what I see, Steve, is that people don't understand the most fundamental fact of our experience. We don't understand our true connection to that which we call God. And I don't want to push people away with that word because some people really find a real pushback in the word God. But whether we call it God or universal life or the life force or the essence or the energy or Brahman or Yahweh or Jehovah or Allah or whatever word we choose to use, we know most people believe and understand that there's something larger than us in the universe, something bigger than us going on here, that we're not just like the trees outside or the flowers in the garden, biological incidents, that we are in fact essences, divine essences, human beings are, and that there's something larger going on. But most people don't understand what it is that's going on specifically. They don't understand who they are in relationship to that larger essence that some of us call God. And they certainly don't understand, since they don't understand all the rest of that, they don't understand how to use that essence or that force or that energy in the universe. And I don't mean just the law of attraction. I'm going way past the law of attraction, right straight to the mechanism of manifestation and how that all works in our day-to-day life. Once we understand that, then I think that we really get clear on how life can be happier than God. So that's what the book is about. And the book not only explains all of this, but it gives you step-by-step instructions on how to use this information to change your everyday life.
Neale, is it that people just don't understand? They see themselves as something separate from God or the universal force? Is it that they're more focused on their condition than what their position is?
Interesting. That's an interesting way to put it. They're more focused on their condition than on their position.
Because what I see is people, the self-help industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and people are become more spiritual, become more this. Too many people, Neale, are trying to be what they already are. When you're already God's child, that's your position. But when you talk to people, they say, well, I'm broke, I'm this, I'm fat, I'm that, and they actually align themselves with their condition. And it's when you can, like books like yours, I think, that help people recognize their position. And when you know your position, that's when you can effectively handle any condition.
I agree with you completely, and that's the whole point of the book, Happier Than God.